to MyGuy Reviews, the podcast. I'm your MyGuy Brig, and I'm joined by MyGuy Monkey.
Hello, who's this?
You did the same joke last week.
Every time. Hi guys.
Get me every time.
Hi MyGuy Brig. How's it going?
Yes. Yeah, very good, very good. So the podcast format, we bring a pop culture topic to the table. One person's done a lot of research or kind of found out about it, and the other person comes in blind, which this week is yourself.
Yes, I'm blind.
So what's the topic?
What's the topic? It's the weather. You know it's the weather again. It's got cold in the UK.
No, it started. So
rain.
Anyone following the weather in the UK, as we'll give you an update. It's raining.
What English talk about?
And there's been travel disruptions, right?
Oh wow, what's that? Leaves on the track?
It's water on the tracks, right?
Oh.
We're a little island that floats off by itself, surrounded by water, and yet when it rains, we struggle.
Yeah, we don't cope with anything basically. But I take it we have a media topic as well this week.
Yeah, so are we going to be talking about Boris Johnson today?
Are we?
No,
okay.
We're not talking politics. Okay, so
I thought that was off the cards. Yeah.
Yes, politics is off the card. This week we're talking about a topic. I'll give you a few clues and you try and work out what it is. Once we're on topic, I then kind of go through it, and then you kind of jump in as in when I prompt you. So this week's topic is about a film that's coming out this week, directed by Todd Phillips.
You love giving me names that
I know. I thought that would be the case. Now he's the director of Hangover.
Okay.
And Old School.
Okay, I know Hangover. Right.
Okay, so what do you think we're talking about?
A film that's coming out this week. Yes.
By a director whose biggest hits have been comedy films. In Hangover trilogy, so he's done all three, and Old School.
Okay, I'm going to go with Rambo Last Blood. Or is it
Final Blood? You know what? That would have been a good guess. It would have been a good guess.
It's not a comedy and it's already come out.
This film does not star Sylvester Stallone. There's another clue.
Oh, is it Ad Astra with Brad Pitt?
This film does not star Brad Pitt.
Oh, there's only two films I know at the moment.
This film stars Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay. Is it
Still
a sequel?
Nothing? No, it's not a sequel, prequel, reboot, but it is an adaptation. An
adaptation of a book?
Yeah, you could say book.
Could say book.
It's written down. Yes, its source material is a comic book.
Ooh, okay.
The lead character, played by Joaquin Phoenix, is called Arthur Fleck.
Arthur Fleck, I know that name. Bugger. Oh no. What? I don't know what it is. Is it a Marvel?
It's not a Marvel.
It's not going to be a Marvel. It's not going to be DC. Or is it? Arthur Fleck.
Yes, it is. It is DC.
It is DC, yeah. Arthur Fleck. Yeah, I don't know.
One of the most iconic characters in DC. So try and think of the most iconic.
Superman.
Okay, next.
Batman. Next. I don't know. Captain America.
DC's most iconic character that if this character was stood up in amongst other people, you would recognize that person straight away.
Yes,
because this person is
The Flash.
No.
What's the other one? Is Aquaman?
It's not Aquaman. It's no one from the Justice League. Let's rule that out.
How can it be iconic then if it's not in the Justice League and it's DC?
As soon as you realize who it is, you realize how iconic this person is, or this character.
Okay.
So if there was a lineup of people, and you saw Batman, you'll recognize him. You saw Superman, you recognize him. Maybe wearing glasses, you might not do. But this person is so distinguishing He has a very unique look about him.
Right. Okay.
And it's starring Joaquin Phoenix. His name is Arthur Fleck. He appears a lot in Batman's related comics.
So there's only it's got to be his biggest arch rival then. Is that right? It's an enemy. The Penguin.
No, the Penguin might be starred.
It's the Joker.
It's the Joker. That's right.
Yes, I've got it.
So this week, to celebrate the release of Todd Phillips' Joker,
starring Ben Affleck,
starring Joaquin Phoenix, the new Batman is Robert Pattinson, but he's not appearing in this. Okay. I thought we'd do Who Played It Better. So now Joaquin Phoenix is playing Arthur Fleck. That character has come in cinema a number of times.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is I will give you a character. I'll let you guess how many incarnations that person has had in cinema, played by different people. And then you are to rate them from best to worst.
Okay. I get it, but I'm a little confused at the same time. Let's try it.
Brilliant. Okay, we'll start with Arthur Fleck, Joker. Okay. Now, Joker has been played by Joaquin Phoenix of late.
Okay.
But also...
What was he also in?
No, this is his first... As in Joaquin Phoenix's first time playing the Joker.
Okay.
The Joker has been played before that. I'm not talking cartoon releases so much. I'm just talking cinematic releases, not TV shows, not TV as well, because otherwise it's too many.
Okay.
So that he's been played by 4 other actors thus far. Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix being the 5th. Yeah. So think back to Jokers.
Yeah.
Who played the Joker?
You want to know? You want me to name?
Name a few. Yeah, let's see if you can remember any of them.
I'm so bad with names. That's not fair.
One of them won an Oscar, obviously.
I know them, but I don't know. I can't use recall to get the names out of my head.
One starred in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I know. It's that young guy in Suicide Squad who got completely cut out of the movie, pretty much.
He's one of the lead band members of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh, okay. No idea what his name is.
Okay, so that's Jared Leto.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so
before him was an Oscar winner, someone who won an Oscar for playing the Joker.
Yeah, but what's his name?
He also starred in Brokeback Mountain.
Did he? Oh wow, was he the horse?
He was the horse. He was the mountain.
He was the mountain. It's the mountain that broke 2 men's backs.
Broke the horse's back, yeah.
Was it? There's a name coming. No, it's not Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson did play the Joker. You're right, in Tim Burton's Batman '89. Yeah. So he's on the list.
Jack Nicholson is a name.
Yes, and he played the Joker.
But the Joker you're talking about is memorable as well. His name.
That's right.
I remember his name though.
He's the one who makes the pencil disappear.
Wow.
It's so iconic.
Wow. How does he make a pencil disappear? Up his butt?
He starred in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight.
Yeah. Give me the first letter of his name, see if that helps me.
Okay, the letter H for Harry.
H for Harry. Is his name Harry?
No.
It's misleading. H. Hugh Jackman?
No, Hubert Jackman played Wolverine, obviously.
These are names though, right? Okay, I'm doing well. I've heard of cinema. I've been to the cinema a few times.
You've seen this film? The Dark Knight. I mean, you've seen it.
I know, it's a brilliant film. It's one of the best Batmans.
It's the one where the Joker in the film won an Oscar as well.
Yeah, but what's his name? I don't know his name.
Okay, you're giving up, right?
Yes.
We could be here all day. Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Oh no, I don't remember that name enough. Heath Ledger, yeah. Okay,
and then the very first Joker was played by Cesar Romero in 1966. So you've got Cesar, Jack Nicholson, Heath, Jared Leto. I'll put in Joaquin Phoenix there, but I know you haven't seen the film. Now, even if you haven't seen the films, I just want you to rank them and then just tell me why you put them. So who played it best? Who played the best Joker first?
So what are the names? Cesar
Romero. in 1966, Jack Nicholson in the Tim Burton 89, Heath Ledger from the Christopher Nolan series, Jared Leto, Suicide Squad, and Joaquin Phoenix in the guy who directed Hangover and Old Schools.
What's his name? Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix, yeah.
That's his name. That's what a weird name. Pretty awesome though.
Sure, that's his name. You can't really, you can't change that.
Okay, so Heath Ledger's got to be at the top, isn't it?
Okay, so for you, Heath Ledger's number one. Who's number two?
So far, if we're including Joaquin Phoenix, let's have high hopes and put him at number two.
Number two, and who's three?
Jack
Nicholson, and number four.
It's a toss-up though. I think I'm going to go for Caesar,
and that means Jared Leto's your least favourite Joker of all time.
Poor Jared. I mean, if he got more screen time, maybe he would have been more developed, but no.
So I saw Suicide Squad, the extended edition, and he has a few more scenes. There's more of the kind of Mad Love comic book played out. There's, the Margot Robbie, him, and then, kind of their love stories developed a little bit more.
That's good.
But the problem is, I don't understand what his kind of role in the whole film was, because he just turns up. He disappears. He just turns up. He should have been the main villain in Suicide Squad. Yeah, and they needed maybe Harley Quinn to help track him down. And then and that might have been a better film, because he's just so underutilized. So you're right. You can't really say, was his performance terrible? Because I don't think he had enough time to kind of portray it all. So interesting that you went for Heath Ledger first, Joaquin Phoenix second, Jack Nicholson over, and then Cesar Romero and Jared Leto. So that's the definitive five.
I haven't even seen Caesar, but that's it. I can't remember Caesar.
Oh, he's from Adam West Batman. So Adam West, the TV show. Do you remember that?
I haven't seen it, or I might have seen it when I was very young.
Yeah, when you were alive, 1966, it was on TV, and you used to watch it all the time.
Yeah,
you would have been about 6, right?
I was an unformed sperm. I wasn't even formed. I was dirt at that time. Ash. Okay, so that's Arthur Fleck done. That's who played it better. Next on our list, who played it better, is the Incredible Hulk, aka Bruce Banner. Okay.
Who played the Hulk? Start with that. Do you remember?
Why are we doing this one? I thought our theme was Joker this week.
It's not just Joker. It's everyone who I can remember. So the theme is who played it better.
Who played it better? Okay.
Yes. So we have the Hulk played by multiple people, and who played it better. Now, do you remember any of the actors or any of the
Bruce
Hulk
Banner
films?
played Hulk.
No, that's his name, Bruce Banner. Eric Banner was the Hulk in Ang Lee's Hulk. Edward Norton was the Hulk in The Incredible Hulk, the second Marvel film ever released in the cinematic universe. And then Mark Ruffalo became the Hulk from Avengers onward. Okay. So who played the best Hulk?
I'd say Mark.
Okay, Mark Ruffalo's the best Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that's in all the Marvel films now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he is the Hulk now. He's quite iconic. Then it's got to be Eric.
Eric Banner, yeah.
Classic.
Is it? Is that version the classic? Ang Lee's version?
He's the classic Hulk, and then Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. So why is Eric Banner a classic Hulk?
I don't know. What film did he in? Because he's older. Is he in the? Is he the guy in the series?
No, these are all cinematic films.
Oh, but you put Caesar in there. He said he's from Batman.
Yeah, from 1966 Batman. Yeah, cinema release. Yeah,
because it had a cinema release. Okay.
It had an actual movie. Yeah, 66 Batman had a movie.
Oh, okay. Then I have no idea why I put Eric there.
So Eric Banner was in an Ang Lee version of the Hulk.
Okay, yeah.
And this is the one where it had comic book stripes and stuff. So when you're watching the film, he put like a comic book panel up. So you'd be looking at the screen, and then all of a sudden the next scene would be cut. So the actual screen would have, the top left would be one action set or something happen. Bottom right would be another bit with a kind of transition like a comic book would look like. Yeah. That's the kind of thought process he did. And then the Hulk himself looked quite, because I guess CGI hadn't advanced enough, he looked a bit like Shrek.
Yeah.
And the big fight between him and Nick Nolte in the end was just terrible, because it's just like they went up into the sky and it was gas fighting gas or something.
Yeah.
But there is a cool bit in San Francisco.
Okay.
But the action sequences are very far between, and Hulk doesn't come into the film for about an hour.
Wow.
But that's your second favorite, so you got to stick by that.
I remember is that there was an era at the beginning of, as you say, CGI, when Hulk was very weak, and all I know is that he's a lot better now.
Yes.
I don't know which one it was. Maybe it was the Eric one. Maybe it was the Edward one. But there was definitely early on ones that didn't satisfy at all.
But you've made your choice. You said Ruffalo number one, and you got Banner too.
That's not Eric's fault, is it?
This is where you can right those wrongs and say, you know what, Eric Banner was the better Hulk, or Mark Ruffalo's the better Hulk. This is your chance to rewrite that. So, are you sticking with your 3 as you suggested?
Yes, I'm still sticking with it. Yeah,
because you almost kind of like talking yourself out of it for a second there.
You ask me who's the better Bruce Banner, okay?
Yes.
Not the better film. There we go. That's my excuse.
It's which actor played the best. Yes.
There we go. So I'm covered on all bases.
Okay. So now who played it better? The next one, James Bond. Now, do you remember all the James Bonds?
Do I remember all of them? I remember all of them. I probably wouldn't name them, but I know which one's first for me.
Okay. Which one's first for you? Which one do you like the best? Who played Bond the best?
Roger Moore was the best.
Whoa.
And I know a lot of people think Sean Connery is the best, but I would put him as second.
Wow. So Roger Moore is your favourite Bond, and he played it the best. Then Sean Connery second.
Then maybe, is it Pierce Brosnan, maybe?
Well, he's on the list. Not maybe. It's up to you. You can put him anywhere.
Yeah, I don't remember which one is which, but I think it's Pierce Brosnan. I'd put him as third. Okay. Was he GoldenEye?
He was GoldenEye, yeah.
Yeah, so I stick that in third, but then the rest, I'm not sure where I'd place all the rest.
Okay, so that's your Daniel top Craig's 3 nailed. Okay, top 3 nailed. So you've got Daniel Craig still left, Timothy Dalton, George Lazenby, and David Niven. So you've got 4 more people to rank. So you pick your top
movies?
3.
Which movies were they in?
The movies they starred in.
Yeah.
Yeah. The George Lazenby ones, obviously. The Daniel Craig ones.
Oh,
or
okay.
the Timothy Dalton ones.
So you just want me to rate them, even though I'm not going to know who I'm rating.
Even though you don't know what film it is and you don't remember seeing them, I just want you to give me a definitive James
so what's
Bond.
The names?
Okay, so you've got your top 3 nailed. That's easy.
Roger Moore.
Number 1.
Sean.
Number 2. Pierce, number 3.
Pierce, yeah.
Okay, so that leaves Daniel Craig, Timothy Dalton, George Lazenby, and David Niven.
Well, I can't remember George or David at all, so I'm going to have to put Timothy next.
Wow, 4th best Bond.
Then George and David, they're going to have to be joint 5th, because I don't know.
There's no such thing as joint. Not in this game. No sitting on the fence. One has to be better than the other.
Let's go for David then, 5th. Yeah.
Okay.
George in the 6th.
Wow, Craig right at the bottom.
Daniel Craig is right at the bottom, yeah.
Okay. So what's your thinking about this one? Why have you gone Roger Moore 1 and Craig last? Is it the film? Is it the actor playing Bond?
I don't know. It's Daniel Craig's attitude, but also probably the scripting and all the whole idea around it. I think maybe they've tried to make his character bigger and bigger, or maybe the whole show a lot bigger, and he's just got this cocky attitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's blonde and he's horrible, and I don't like watching him.
Well, there's a lot of people who disagree with the blonde. They're not good looking.
Yeah,
but...
sorry to the blonde. He was ugly, man. What do you want to watch that face? I don't know. But
so my problem with Daniel Craig, I don't know if I'd put him that low, but my problem with him is, I mean, if you look at all the other guys as James Bond, I can't remember what David looks like, but when they look like Bond, they're in the suit. they look a lot more suave and sophisticated, don't they?
Yeah.
Like Daniel Craig looks like he's just he's a bit more street.
Yeah,
and he's not Bond level.
It's his
he's
skin.
Not that
He has like
suave.
a rough skin.
Yeah, there's something about those guys that just make them look
Yeah.
slightly
Exactly,
different.
suave.
It's
That's
hard to
why I
kind
like
of
Roger the
suave.
most, I
That's
think.
it.
Yeah, he's the suave gentleman, British gentleman of the series of movies. Whereas Sean is a little bit more rough than Roger, I think.
It's like having Jason Statham play James Bond. Like Statham would do a great job doing whatever, but he'll look like. No, he would look like more of a. He should be a 008 or 009. He shouldn't be my 007.
Yeah, definitely.
007 needs to be this beautiful, handsome fella, Brad Pitt.
And the thing I love about Roger, sorry.
Yeah, let's go back to why you chose number one, Roger
The thing
Moore.
I love about Roger Moore is that that his movies are always comical as well. There's always a stiff upper lip sort of British sort of comedy about it, almost like a Carry On movie in some ways.
Oh, okay, yeah. Bit more camp.
Yeah, the some of the one-liners and jokes are just brilliant as well. So
Craig takes it too seriously. You're saying he's not having fun.
Oh, you pair the two, yeah, definitely. I mean, they're opposite ends of the scale though. So I was thinking, even versus Sean, you know.
Even Pierce looks like he's having fun in the films. Like GoldenEye is a little bit more serious, but as the films went on, he looks like he's having fun. Craig just looks like it's an ordeal for him to get through the films.
He doesn't want to be there, and he's gone.
Yeah,
it's like,
and he's still around, and he just doesn't seem to enjoy it as much.
Haven't you missed someone off the list of James Bonds though?
Not that I know of.
Isn't there slated to be a female playing the next Bond?
Yeah, but they're not in yet. The film's not out yet, or it's not been confirmed.
It hasn't been.
Otherwise,
confirmed
it might be Emily Blunt.
Who might be? There we go. Is Emily Blunt? Where's she going to go on the list?
Well, if it was Emily Blunt, I'd have to watch the film first. Obviously, I can't judge it until like this whole Ghostbusters thing. We have to watch the film.
This is definitely Emily Blunt. We've just confirmed it ourselves.
We've just confirmed it because she's British, and that's the one actress that came to our head. Emily Blunt would be great, I think. She was really good in Edge of Tomorrow, and she showed her acting chops in other films such as like A Quiet Place. Even the girl on the train, she's good in that. Like if she became Bond, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'd watch the film. I mean, there's a lot of other up and coming British actresses who could even do that. Like, but I guess maybe they're too young. Like Daisy Ridley would be maybe too young for it.
Yeah.
Gemma Arterton maybe. I don't know.
Emily Blunt. Where would you place her? Eight.
Well,
You've
this
got 8
is
places.
the problem, right? She's just popped up from. She's Mary Poppins as well. So you take away that umbrella and you give her a machine gun.
Yeah. You can't typecast people, you know.
You can't, I know. But she was in Edge of Tomorrow. She was starring alongside Tom Cruise in that action film. So, yeah.
Plus, that umbrella could have a missile launcher inside.
It could do. I mean, if she's as good as she is, and they just put her in the film and let her be her
exactly as Mary Poppins.
As Mary Poppins, she could be better than Roger Moore. Because I think she's better than Roger Moore.
You're placing him first then in my list.
Well, on your list, yeah. I mean, Roger Moore's not number one on my list.
I think
because she's got good comedic chops.
Yeah.
She's got like in Devil Wears Prada. I think she's really good. She's done so many good films. So if you got the right script and the right stuff around
that's the problem.
I think
the only problem is, will they write her in properly? I mean, I love the idea of putting using females in traditional male roles a bit more, but the writing has to be good as well. Like, if the writer doesn't believe in it and the director doesn't believe in it and they write a shitty story, then it just lets down the actress and lets everyone down, really.
Exactly. So we'd have to see it before I can judge it, because I've seen Craig films, I've seen Brosnan films, I've seen Dalton films, I've seen Moore films, Connery, I've seen George Lansby. I haven't seen, or may have seen, and so I have a kind of like a starter for 10 to say, okay, this is what I expect when I see a Sean Connery Bond film or a Roger Moore Bond film. But so I think
where would you put the first then? Who's your first?
This isn't my game. This isn't your game. This is my game.
Well, we're not moving on to you pick one first.
Okay, so Mark Ruffalo's number 1, obviously. Edward Norton number 2, and then Eric Bana number 3. Clearly.
That's a different show.
Okay, so that's James Bond done. So next one. Now this is a little bit tricky because there's a couple on here which I'm going to put in now, which I think you haven't seen any of, but you're just going to go based on the names and who I say, and I still want you to rank them, and then we'll come back to ones that I know you've seen and you'll be all right with. Okay. So the next one is Robin Hood. Robin Hood. Played by multiple actors over the years now.
In Sherwood Forest in Nottingham.
That's right, in Nottingham, not far
from
I know the
guy,
Midlands.
Yeah, I went to college with him. Went to uni with him.
I know. He used to steal from us as well. Because he thought we were rich, right?
Yeah,
and we were students.
Stealing on my
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so Robin Hood was played by. So I'm giving you 4 people, and I don't know if you've seen any of these. So Kevin Costner, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
You remember that or not?
Yes, I do.
Russell Crowe in Ridley Scott's 2010 Robin Hood.
Yeah, you know what? I saw that too.
Okay, good. Taron Egerton was in Robin Hood that came out last year with Jamie Foxx.
I don't think I saw that one.
Okay, but you may have seen a poster or trailer. And then I put in Carl Elves. And the reason why I put him in is because he was in a film called Robin Hood Men in Tights, which was directed by Mel Brooks.
Well, that's way earlier, though. It's in the wrong place in the timeline.
I know, I jumped around in the timeline. But yeah, so there are your 4 Robin Hoods.
Yes.
And who played it best?
Well,
you've actually seen some of these. I'm surprised.
I've seen 3 out of the 4 of these, I think.
Yeah.
Man, I don't really like Kevin Costner's face, but he's number 1.
He's number 1. He's done it.
He's the best.
He's the best. He's the best Robin Hood, hands down.
Afraid so. I don't know Taron, so I guess I put Carl next.
Okay. Robin Hood Men in Tights, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if that film holds up, but I remember watching it when I was younger. It was funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't hilarious, but it's Mel Brooks, so you kind of you know what you're getting. Yep. And so I
remember the Kevin one had some sound issues. They had loud bits and quiet bits.
Yes. And it stars Die Hard's very own I forget his name.
Bruce Willis.
But, no. the villain. Oh, he's so good.
I don't know names. So,
I can't remember his
name
now. It'll come back to me at some point, and I'm going to kick myself. Anyway, so you've got number 1, Kevin Costner. Number 2, you've gone for Carl. Yeah. Number 3 is...
I can't... So now we've got Russell, or we've got Taron. I haven't seen the Taron one, which makes this very easy, because Russell is in last place anyway.
Okay, so you put the only kind of British actor who played Robin Hood 3rd on your list. You've gone for an American as number 1 on your list, and you chose the Australian as number 4.
Yes.
Brilliant.
That's right. Russell's rubbish.
But you have seen that film?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, you didn't like it?
I can't remember much about it. It was in the cinema. I watched it. I haven't seen it since. Yeah, I remember it being okay, but nothing more special, really.
Nothing spectacular, yeah. Okay, so that's your Robin Hoods. Now, these next 2 are very similar, and I'll have to tell you who they are because you won't have a clue. Gwen Stacy. Who played Gwen Stacy the best?
Gwen Stacy, and that's Spiderman, right?
That's right, Spiderman.
Yes,
so this was played by...
We're done. Let's move on.
Bruce Dallas Howard in Spider-Man 3.
Bruce.
So she also starred in Jurassic Park, the new stuff, the new 2.
The new ones.
Who she is.
Oh no.
Yeah.
She's just got a demotion.
So Bruce Dallas Howard played Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3, the Sam Raimi films.
Spider-Man 3, okay. Yeah.
Emma Stone in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 with Dubstep Man.
Yeah, she's cute.
And number 3 is Haley Steinfeld. Now, she played Gwen Stacy in Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, I haven't seen that still.
So who played Gwen Stacy the best?
Who played her the best? Oh. Who's the first one? Bruce.
Bruce.
Is that girl's name? That's pretty...
Or it's maybe Bryce. I don't call it Bruce. It's Bryce. I know.
Bruce Willis.
Bryce Dallas
I think
Howard.
Bruce Willis played it best.
Oh wow, you've gone straight for number one. Okay.
Yeah, Bruce.
Bryce.
Then I'd probably go for Haley.
Wow.
Even though I haven't seen it. And then
Oscar winner Emma Stone. You're putting
and then
last.
Oscar winner Emma Stone, who is
as the least favourite.
She's a great actress.
Okay.
She's an okay actress.
That's what kicked her while she's down. Carry on.
She's cute as well. I think it was the weaker films, the weaker scripting maybe. Wasn't really. There was something wrong about it. So she's in my last place.
Okay.
And Bruce did a good job in the first ones, even though
in Spider-Man 3 she wasn't in the first ones.
Yeah, okay. The first set of films.
She wasn't in the first two. She only appeared in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, which is in the first set.
Okay. Anyway, so she wins that hands down. Okay, next is Mary J. Watson's.
Oh, Mary J.
So Mary J. So Kirsten Dunst played Mary J. in the Sam Raimi trilogy. She played it in all three.
Okay.
Zoe Kravitz played Mary J. Watson in Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
And recently, they refer to her as MJ, but I call her Mary J., which is Zendaya from the Homecoming and the Far From Home Spider-Man films.
What's her name? Zendaya?
Zendaya, yeah.
Zendaya?
Zendaya.
Zendaya, okay.
Or Zendaya.
Or Zendaya, who knows?
Who knows, only she does. So who played it best? Who played Mary J. Watson the best?
Oh, okay, so you're saying Zoe was Into the Spider-Verse?
Yes, she was.
Zendaya.
Homecoming,
and Kirsten.
And Far From Home. She was in both of them.
Yeah.
And Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten.
Or Kirsten, yeah. She's in all three of them.
Can I remember? I mean, I have to go for Zendaya really first place because I love the new ones coming out. So, yeah, Zendaya.
But you're basing this on the film. We're basing it on who played Mary Jane.
Yeah, she played it well.
Okay.
So she felt like she was who she was.
MJ.
Okay. Had her own character. It's very good. I'm gonna go for Kirsten for second.
Yep.
I think she did an okay job. And Zoe, I haven't seen that one, so she just gets left at the side now. Well,
to be fair, I think you've done it. Top two doesn't really matter because actually Zoe's role is very small. Okay. So you're right in putting her last because her role is maybe about a minute or two tops in the film. So that was kind of I thought I'll chuck in a curveball there, and you didn't fall for that one. Okay, so the next one is, now I don't know if you've seen any of these, and I'm hoping you haven't, and you're just gonna base it on the actor's name. So this is Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. So Jack Ryan is a series of books, games, all sorts of stuff. And it's been adapted in cinema. Okay. And there's a number of actors who've played Jack Ryan. So you got to tell me who played Jack Ryan the best. Alec Baldwin in The Hunt for Red October. Okay. Do you remember this film?
I've heard of it. I can't remember if I watched it.
That's good. Harrison Ford in Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger.
Okay, I've heard of them.
You've heard of Harrison Ford. Ben Affleck in Sum of All Fears.
Okay.
Chris Pine in Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit.
Okay.
And the last one I put in there because I love him. John Kerensky in Jack Ryan, but he's in a TV show called Jack Ryan. And I did say we're not doing TV, but because I love him so much, I put him in there. I do, yeah. Okay. He's Jim from The Office. So you've got 5 actors who've all played Jack Ryan, and I don't think you've seen any of these films. So based on just the title,
just the name,
and the name of the actor, the title of the film.
Yeah.
So based on just the actor and the title, film name, who played Jack Ryan the best?
What kind of character is Jack Ryan in general?
Jack Ryan's like a CIA agent. He's some sort of secret agent kind of person.
Right.
And if you take the Harrison Ford ones, he's kind of saved the president. Similar with Ben Affleck, there's a catastrophe about to happen. He's got to investigate what happened. Sometimes it involves terrorist attacks and stuff. Kind of like an action thriller.
Okay, yep, I got it. So I would put John Kerensky in first.
Yes.
Because I've heard such good things about him.
Yeah.
It was last minute.
Just a couple of minutes ago, yeah.
It's informed my opinion over the years.
He also directed A Quiet Place. He's been in so many great things. Yes. Okay, so he's number one. Who's number two?
I think Alec Baldwin next.
Oh.
Classic.
Because he's really good in 30 Rock.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then, who's your number three, Jack Ryan?
Number three, I'm going to go for Chris Pine.
Oh, beautiful Chris Pine.
Yeah. Number four, I'm going to go for Ben Affleck. Surprisingly.
Wow, so you've gone for Harrison Ford as your least favourite Jack Ryan.
I didn't say that yet. And in five, Harrison Ford.
Oh, that's a shock. So what do you base your number five on?
Harrison Ford is great as Indiana Jones.
Okay.
And Han Solo. But quite often when I see him playing serious roles, which I think might well include this Jack Ryan role, doing a CSI sort of serious role, there's something that grates me about it. I don't like it.
Okay. I think he does a good job. Harrison Ford, I'd put you higher up on the list, but that's not my place. Not my place to put you higher up.
You really got John Krasinski put up there.
Of course, yeah, he's number one. he's the best. So next is a series of films that I know you've seen, but you won't remember the actors. So I've wrote down the actors' names, and I'll tell you which film they appeared in. Okay? John Connors from the Terminator franchise.
Yes.
Played by Ed Furlong, Terminator 2. Nick Stahl, Terminator 3. Christian Bale, Terminator Salvation, the one they go into the future. Jason Clarke in Terminator Genesis. I don't know who plays John Connor in the new one, so I've not put him on the list. So
it's Emily Blunt.
It's Emily Blunt again. It's in, there's only one Sarah Connor, but there are multiple John Connors, and who played John Connor the best?
John Connors. Okay, well, it's T2, Ed, straight away.
Ed Furlong. Oof.
Ed.
You didn't even hesitate. You didn't even need to be reminded of the film.
Yes, I actually remember that one.
Okay.
So straight in there.
Straight in. He's the first one locked in. That's the first time you mean decisive.
Is it?
No,
you
haven't.
Actually put Emily Blunt in second.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's going to do a good job.
I think she'll smash it out of the park.
I can't really remember the others too well, but a lot of them were poor films anyway. I think Genesis was okay. I'll stick Jason in there.
Jason Clarke comes in at number 2.
Number 3, that is. Emily is number 2.
Oh, Emily, sorry, I forget Emily Blunt, yeah. Sorry, Jason, you bumped to number 3. Okay, so that leaves you with Christian Bale or Nick Stahl as your next two.
I love Christian
Bale. So Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, or Terminator Salvation, directed by McG.
Who?
And it's the film where Christian Bale had that massive rant, and he was effing and blinding to that. I think it was the camera crew man or the sound man. Remember that? He went viral because he was starting to swear at this guy on set. That was for Terminator Salvation. Yeah.
Well, you know what, Christian Bale, you've just demoted yourself. It was a toss up.
So Nick.
It's gonna have to be Nick then. Dang.
So who's your least favorite John Connor?
I guess that puts Christian Bale because he swore at the poor cameraman.
So this was big news. I'm surprised you missed it. So basically,
I think I knew at the time.
Yeah, so someone leaked the footage, and the guy, Christian Bale, just has a real bad rant at the guy who's just doing his job, and he's just effing and blinding and stuff. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the next one. Who played it best?
Okay.
Now, as it's less than 100 days to Christmas, who played Scrooge, A Christmas Carol, the best?
Scrooge.
So your options are only 3. Michael Caine in A Muppet Christmas Special.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
Bill Murray in the film Scrooged.
Yes, Bill Murray.
And Jim Carrey in the motion capture A Christmas Carol, where he played multiple roles.
A Christmas Carol. Jim Carrey.
Yeah, so it's like Polar Express. It's like a CGI kind of but motion capture, so he looks so much like Jim Carrey. So who played the best Scrooge?
This is actually quite hard. Jim Carrey's at the bottom, no question.
No question.
I like Jim Carrey in some things, but I have no idea about this one. So
it's Michael Caine versus Bill Murray, the ultimate.
That is so difficult. Yes, because as soon as you said it, I was like, yes, Bill Murray, Scrooged, is amazing. But then Michael Caine did a really good job with it as well.
And he was with Muppets.
And yeah, I mean, he made a serious film out of Muppets. I mean, he plays a great role in that film.
But you can only have one of them at number one.
The thing is, okay, this is unfair, right? Because the Scrooge in Scrooged is more of a parody spin-off. It's not really the traditional story, so it's kind of unfair.
It's more of a modern adaptation, but it's still the same premise. He still gets visited. He still owns or works in the company, and he fires people and does all the stuff. So it's more of it's a different kind of job.
Yeah.
And so in the traditional Scrooge, he's got one employee maybe. Yeah. But in the modern retelling, he owns a company. Okay. So it's just the settings change slightly.
I'm going to frame it this way: as a classic Scrooge, Michael Caine is the best.
Because he did it with Muppets.
He did a great job, and I can't even remember the Muppets. It was so good. He was so good in it. Don't even remember it was the Muppets. Could have been.
Because Kermit the Frog's his employee.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But
so Michael Caine played the best Scrooge. So who's second?
No. Who's the best? No, Michael Caine's the best classic Scrooge.
No. The question is.
Out of the three, Bill Murray is the top.
Oh, Bill Murray played the best Scrooge.
Yeah, I have to.
Then followed by Michael Caine, and then Jim Carrey in the motion capture. Wow, that's a bold move. That is.
Yeah. I mean, it's a completely different kind of Scrooge because he's like a comedy Scrooge and everything, in his own way. But yeah, Bill Murray. Okay. Poor Michael Caine.
Poor Michael Caine. You kick him while he's down. Okay, so now we'll come back to some DC films because you thought this was all going to be about Joker.
Yeah.
Who played the best Selina Kyle?
Selina Kyle. Who's that?
Catwoman.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so your options are 1966 Batman.
Okay.
Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns, the Tim Burton one, and Halle Berry from Catwoman, and Anne Hathaway from The Dark Knight Rises. Who played the best Catwoman?
I only remember Michelle Pfeiffer as being memorable, so she's the top.
Yep, and then who's second?
What was has the 1966 actress got a name?
Yeah, it's Lee Merriweather.
Lee Merriweather.
Merriweather, that's it.
Something like that. That's and Halle
Berry, Oscar winner, Halle Berry, Oscar winner, Anne Hathaway.
Oscar winner.
That sways you in any way.
Okay, Lee. I'm going for Lee for second.
1966 Catwoman comes in second, and then that leaves you with the choice between Halle Berry or Anne Hathaway as your third or fourth.
I didn't really like The Dark Knight Rises much, but I think probably Anne Hathaway has more legitimacy than Halle Berry, so I'm going to put Halle Berry in last and put Anne in third place.
I mean, that's a big call, that is. Because
thank you very much.
I mean, if you're talking about how bad the movies are, they're all terrible. But we're talking about who played it best. Okay, of course. Obviously, because that goes without saying. So the next one is Lois Lane's. Who played it better? Now you've got the original 78, Margot,
Robert,
Kate, Kidder, Margot Kidder.
Margot Kidder. Okay. Yeah.
Then you've got Superman Returns, Kate Bosworth.
Kate Bosworth, right.
Amy Adams from Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League.
Yeah.
And just to throw in one more, and I did say cinematic release only, but Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher. Who's she then?
She was Lois Lane.
Series?
in with Dean Cain, yeah. She was in The Adventures of
Lewis Lane?
Superman.
Oh.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Oh, Adventures of Superman. Okay.
Yeah. Remember that TV show?
Yes, I
I always
remember
talk
it.
about how I love. Anyway,
Yeah.
she was in there,
I
so I
loved
thought.
it until I didn't watch any of it. I loved it.
So you got 4 choices. Who played Lois Lane the best?
Can you guess who I'm going to put first?
I'm going to say you're going to go with Superman 78's Margot.
Yes, correct. Margot Kidder. You can't beat Margot Kidder. She is Lois Lane. No question. Second, Terry. Let's give it to Terry.
Terry Hatcher. Wow.
Yeah.
Over Oscar winner Amy Adams.
Yes, definitely.
And then it's Superman Returns, Kate Bosworth.
I guess I got to put Kate Bosworth next.
Whoa, so Amy's the worst Superman.
The worst Superman
girlfriend.
Yes, she is quite bad.
Lois Lane. Yeah, she's been in the worst Superman films. So yeah, Amy Adams is the worst Lois Lane.
It's just so bad. She wasn't given any seriously lines that worked. Like, it's just a failure on the script writers and filmmakers' part, really.
An interesting fact about Man of Steel.
Okay.
Amy Adams got paid more than Henry Cavill did for the film because she was a bigger star than he is.
Yeah, because they picked an unknown. They tried to pick unknowns for Superman.
Yes. And you just said she's the worst one. Okay.
Yes, definitely. She didn't even earn her money. She could have changed the script, made it better. You know, she could have ad-libbed, and then they'd be like, "No, say your line right," and she just keeps ad-libbing. So put it in the movie.
Yeah.
She could have fixed the movie, but no, she didn't.
So
what's she being paid for?
So I want to end on a particular one. So I am going to go with the next one. Right. This one you should know most of these guys. Okay. That's who played the best Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. Okay. Yeah.
And who is Peter Parker? Just in case you forgot.
He is the friend of Gwen Stacy or something. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, that's him.
Some small guy.
So who played the best Peter Parker or Spider-Man? So you've got
one of the lesser Marvel movies.
So you got Tobey Maguire, Andrew
Maguire.
Garfield, Tom Holland from the Homecoming stuff, Jake Johnson from Into the Spider-Verse, and Chris Pine from Into the Spider-Verse. Tobey Maguire had 3 films. Andrew Garfield had 2. Tom Holland had 2, and the other 2 have had 1 each. So who played the best Peter Parker?
2. So there's been 2 Into the Spider-Verses now, then, yeah?
It's just the 1.
Sure.
I meant 2 for Tom Holland.
Okay, so Jake.
Well, Tom Holland's been in other films, but I guess 2 solo Spider-Man films.
Okay. I think Tom is the top. He's doing well.
Wow. He's the best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Peter Parker, sorry.
Yeah, Peter Parker. It's going to be hard. This is going to be controversial, right? I'll put Andrew in second. Amazing.
You think he's the second best Peter Parker? Okay, yeah. That's fine. You go with your gut.
Your gut. Jake and Chris will put in third and fourth.
In which order?
The order I said it in. It's easy.
Okay, so Jake, Chris Pine, and that would mean your least favorite Peter Parker is. Yeah.
I think Tobey Maguire is probably one of the best, actually. But let's put him in last. I don't like your face, Tobey Maguire.
So in Into the Spider-Verse, Jake Johnson does have a bigger role. So it's good that you put him next. And then Chris Pine has the smaller role. Exactly. So it's interesting that you put it in that order. But you've gone for the young, current Spider-Man. That's your number 1. And you've gone for the one who was Spider-Man years ago when technology and everything wasn't as good. And films may not have been as good, and you've kicked Tobey Maguire to the floor and squished him like a little spider.
Sorry.
So that moves us into the last 2 that I want to do, and both of these are big ones. So this might take a little while for you to decide, or it might not do. We don't know.
Might not do. If I don't know anything.
Okay. Who played the best Bruce Wayne?
Bruce Wayne. Okay.
Now, without giving them away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in cinema releases. Okay, so who played the best Bruce Wayne? Right? Yeah, he's the Penguin.
Yeah.
He's the Penguin Man.
Yeah, I thought so.
So who played the best Batman?
Have we got any names?
Okay, so Adam West, 1966.
Adam, yes, I love Adam.
Michael Keaton in 89 and 92.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer in Forever. George Clooney in Batman and Robin. Christian Bale in the Dark Knight trilogy. Ben Affleck, he was in Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Justice League. He's done a few. Yeah. And Will Arnett is Lego Batman.
Will Arnett. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting Will Arnett to come up. Lego Batman.
So who plays the best Bruce Wayne?
That in the works. Will Arnett. Okay. Let's see. Best. I think we'll have to go Adam West first place.
Oh, okay. Yes. OG Batman. Yeah.
Yes. Will Arnett second place.
Oh yeah. You know what? If you've not seen Lego Batman, it's so good. It's one of the best films ever made.
All the Lego movies are good as well. So
that's awesome. So he's because he's played Batman in Lego as well as Lego Batman.
Yes.
So he's number 2, and he's got that incredible song, Darkness. That one's brilliant. Okay, so this is your top 2. Who's number 3?
All right, bastard Christian Bale.
Oh, Christian Bale number 3.
He has to come in number 3. I'd say Michael Keaton, number 4.
Okay.
George.
Wow, George that high up.
Yeah, let's stick George in there. I mean, he's not great, but he's no Ben Affleck. Let's put Ben next as well.
And so Val Kilmer.
I can't really remember Val Kilmer, so I'm afraid he loses out from
in Batman Forever with Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey was the Riddler.
Yes, that's the one.
So you've gone for Adam West, number 1.
Yeah.
Will Arnett, number 2, Lego Batman.
Yeah.
Number 3 for you is Christian Bale.
Yeah, I mean, they're just the best movies, really. So.
And then Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Then George Clooney.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, and last Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Okay, that list is all over the place, but sure, it's your choice.
It's my choice.
I mean, you've ranked them. I mean,
yeah, I did what you wanted. But what would you? Would you disagree?
I would disagree with yes. So Adam West, I would agree with, because he's OG Batman, right? So he's the one who had to do. It's the most difficult thing because there's never been a Batman, and you've gone and created your own blueprint. So I agree with you. I put him as number 1.
I mean, he played both sides of the roles as well. He played Batman and he's played the mayor.
Yes, he does.
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Yeah, that's a hard role to pull off. Plus, he's done the TV show and stuff. So I know you put Will Arnett as second.
Mm.
I love Will Arnett in the Lego film. But I think Batman 89, that iconically, the film has left a larger mark because of how good I think Michael Keaton was.
Yeah.
And therefore, I personally would put Keaton 2. Then I'd put Will Arnett because I love Will Arnett.
Yeah.
Then for me, my next best favorite would have to be Ben Affleck because he looks like a Bruce Wayne.
Right.
And in Batman v Superman, the terrible film, he has a really good action sequence as well. That whole warehouse fight sequence is really good. It's better than the whole Dark Knight trilogy.
It's just CGI, right? Did he actually do anything in that role?
Yeah, the Arkham style fighting, that was all him. Anyway, and then I would put in Christian Bale, then Val Kilmer, and then George Clooney last because he's got he's got the worst Batman film.
It's a bit weird.
Next one, okay, and the last one we're going to end on.
Okay, last one.
This is your favourite.
This is the tough one.
Who played the best Clark Kent?
Superman. No, Clark Kent. Okay, Clark Kent.
We won't talk about the 1948 film and the 1950 film. But let's talk about the 1951 film, George Reeves.
Oh, yes.
George Reeves. 1978 film, Christopher Reeve.
Yes.
Brandon Roth was Superman in Superman Returns.
Yes.
Henry Cavill is currently, he's not anymore, but he was the last Superman. And Channing Tatum was Superman in the Batman Lego films.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I want to throw in Dean Cain.
Who's that then?
Dean Cain was in The Adventures of Superman, the TV show with Terry Hatcher.
Superman, right? Yes, I know the one.
I'm not putting in Smallville because I didn't like the show. So George Reeves, Christopher Reeves, Brandon Roth, Henry Cavill, and Dean Cain,
and
Channing Tatum.
This is so difficult. Christopher Reeves at the top, obviously. Christopher Reeve at the top.
Not Reeves.
Not Reeves, not like George Reeves. I'm not going to fall for that one. That's my trick for you.
I know. That's why I thought I'd throw it back at you.
You're trying to get me. Yeah. Okay, so Christopher Reeve first. Probably, let's say Dean. Dean for the
Cain, yeah.
Yeah, because they're both the classics, really. The next ones is, I guess it's got to be George or Brandon. I'm going to go with Brandon. I think he put everything into his role. It didn't really pay off. I think he did he tried his best. Then we'll have George Reeves.
that means your least favourite.
There's two left.
Is
my least favourite Superman or Clark Kent is Channing Tatum, followed by Henry in last place.
Okay, so Channing Tatum in Lego Batman only plays Superman. He does not play Clark Kent. Oh, got you on a technicality.
You told me it was in the list, though.
He is on the list, as in he does play Superman. He just never played a Clark Kent. But
yeah, but
okay,
they're the same face, so technically
nope. Two different people.
No, they're the same face. They got the same face.
Two different people. Wears glasses, parts his hair differently.
Okay, we're talking about Clark Kent. I might have to rethink the whole list if I actually think of Clark Kent rather than Superman.
But Christopher Reeve's your Superman.
Yes, yeah. I guess he's the best Clark Kent as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, so Henry Cavill's your least favourite, basically.
Yeah, I'll put that because of the failure of the movies, really. It might not be down to him, it might be down to the movies. But yeah.
Yeah, like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League. They're all terrible films.
Yeah. Just make him. He's an evil character. He's not Superman.
No, he's nobody's Superman. Or Clark Kent. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so that's our topic for the day.
Yeah.
That is the Who Played It Better, celebrating Todd Phillips' Joker film.
Excellent. Well done. Good. And we have a third special guest today as well.
Oh, wow.
My guy Alfie, my cat.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Alfie's... for Alfie, who played the best Catwoman? You should have asked Alfie.
Oh, yeah. What were the names again?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Wasn't here. Yeah, he agrees with me. Michelle Pfeiffer.
As number one. That's the best Catwoman.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
He likes the one with the mouse in it. Which one was that?
The one with the mouse.
And fishes. Brilliant. He likes fishes.
Fishes. Okay. I don't know which one. I'm sure there would have been a Selena Kyle also in Lego Batman, but I don't know who played her, so I can't put it in the list now. It's too late.
Too late.
That ship has sailed. Okay, so we're going to just take a little break here, and we'll be back.
Okay.
Yes. So that was the end of our episode where we just talked about who played it best. If you guys disagree with any of Monkey's suggestions, like if you think Batman, or if you think he chose the wrong Catwoman, the wrong Robin Hood, email us, hit us up with Twitter, and just have some abuse with him.
I can't even remember who I chose now. So
yeah, and then what we'll do is we will bring these emails and comments and messages back at one episode, and we will do an episode where we unrank your rankings.
Tell off the monkey.
Tell off the monkey. I like it.
Yes,
that could be a new segment.
That could be misconstrued.
So we're on to our next segment.
Yes, this is your segment, yeah?
Brand new segment.
I've got a theme tune for it. What is it?
Yes, you do.
It's Oh my gosh, you watch South Park. You back
Yes. Yes. So South Park, as everyone's aware now, because I keep banging on about it, is on a streaming service for students. It's available on Amazon Prime, free of charge for 6 months. If you're not a student, you can still get it. If you are a student, you also get it for $3.99 a year, which I think is a bargain. $3.99 a month, that is, or £40 for the year. So yeah, so it's well worth it. So we've got South Park, and now our new segment will be I will watch 2 episodes a week, and then you will describe the episodes, and then you will give them a review, okay? And I'll see how well you've done.
Yeah.
Okay. So season 1, episode 1. I'm going to start in chronological order. I'm not going to jump off and just pick randoms because I think that's unfair. So season 1, episode 1.
Well,
what's the story, My Guy Monkey?
But the first one. The first one though is Cartman gets an anal probe.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a good.
And it involves Cartman getting pink eye.
Yes, it does. Yeah, he does.
Because he was abducted by aliens.
Yes.
And most of the episode is the guys ripping on him that he doesn't know why he's got pink eye.
Yeah. And he doesn't think he was abducted as well.
No, he refuses to believe that he was abducted. Yeah. But then they're talking about him getting an anal probe in his ass. Yes. Eventually, they see the anal probe come out of his ass.
Yes.
Farting fire.
Yeah, he does. He keeps farting fire. Yeah.
And then it culminates in Chef getting ready to greet the alien women.
He's gonna make love to your alien.
Yes.
Yes.
And finally, the full satellite comes out of his butt.
Yes, it does.
And the aliens come down and talk to the cows because they're the intelligent species on Earth.
Yes, they do.
They've got nothing to do with us.
No.
I just remembered a line at the end as well, where the aliens are talking to each other, and the cow says to the alien, "Then why do you keep exploding us?" And the alien says, "Oh, that was Carl. He's new. Sorry about that."
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I remember this shit.
You do. That's amazing. More than any film that you refer to and bring up on the day. Even if we've said let's both go watch the same film, you still don't remember it.
I don't remember it. Yeah. But
I know. This is amazing.
And also, I rewatched animations, including that and Family Guy and stuff. So
brilliant!
It's burned in my memory.
Also, this is the first time we meet Ike as well, so I'm guessing you're going to tell us a little bit about that.
Ike, don't kick the baby. I think the aliens almost beam up Ike. So
yes, they do. Yeah.
Oh yes. So Carl has a swearing rant, but in the UK it was completely beeped out. So you literally just heard beep, 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 I remember beep. But I think in America you could actually hear it properly. So that's quite strange. And also
so on this version on Amazon Prime, it has all the swearing.
Yes, the same.
It's uncut.
Right. So and also you were saying there's another subplot in this one. It involves Stan, I think. Yeah,
well, Stan meets Wendy for the first time, I guess, because it is the pilot.
Throws up Krabby speaks for any factor.
Yeah, and I think that's an ongoing gag after that for a little while. But yeah, this is because it's the pilot. They're really setting the scenes. The chef gets a good introduction. Mr. Garrison.
That's the good point. Kenny must die in this one then. Does he get zapped by aliens, or does he get chased and crushed by cows?
Kenny does die in this episode
because he has to die in every episode. This is the setup.
And this is the first one where he does. And off the top of my head, you know what? You know this better than I do. I can't remember.
You can't remember. You know what? Tell me if I'm wrong, but maybe I might be thinking of another episode. But does a piece of the broken alien piece come down and land on him at the end? And just at the end, it just splats him. That might be this episode.
It may be.
But it might be when he gets run down by the cows because the cows are running away from the aliens. So
there's multiple ways.
He got run down by cows. It's one of those two. So my memory's as good as yours, and you watched it last week.
I know. I was just thinking. I watched it not that long ago.
And that's now.
That's such a key moment of the whole series. Yeah, I missed that one.
Remember the next one. Okay, so you got 2 episodes.
Yeah. So what's your rating? What's your ranking?
Oh, rating 4 stars. You got to watch the first episode.
Oh, it's a masterpiece. Yeah.
The first season is 4 stars, but yeah, spoilers.
Brilliant. Okay. Episode 2, season 1, episode 2. What's the story, My Guy Monkey? I would like to know.
Can you give me some clues?
Yeah. So this one, it's referred to as weight gain, I think.
Oh yes, weight gain 3,000.
4,000.
4,000. Weight gain 4,000.
Yes.
Will put us on a load of weight.
Yes, he does.
By eating, because he's a 90-pound weakling, even though he's 10.
I know. It's an amazing advert, right?
It orders some weight gain for 4,000, you say.
Yes.
And becomes the size so he can't leave the house.
Yeah, he becomes huge, enormous. Can't get out the house.
So he's on the news and everything, a bit like some real world cases. And I remember his line near the end is, You can achieve your goals. I'm living proof.
Beefcake.
I always forget that bit. That was a bit easy to quote back then, but I remember. That's
hilarious. Yeah. It happened. So he's trying to get on TV. Do you remember why he's getting?
Yes,
he's won an opportunity to be on TV. Do you remember why?
I do now, because I think you hinted to me at some point. And
okay.
I he writes. He steals someone's essay and wins an essay contest.
That's right, yep.
And you've name dropped this to me, which I remember. It's Kathy Lee Gifford.
Yes, that's right.
And Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Hat.
Mr. Hat had something really against Kathy Lee Gifford, and they tried to assassinate her from a watchtower or something. Library tower. Yes.
It's the bit where and it really sets the scene for Officer Bob Grady, because he's got a funny scene in the first one. Then they ask him, where could he be? And he does that flashback moment where he's talking to Mr. Garrison. Hilarious. It's just so funny, yeah.
In the book, this is suppository.
Yeah.
And Kathy Lee Gifford is in a glass case thing.
Yes, so she can't be assassinated. All because they lost a talent show contest.
Oh yeah, he lost his contest when he was young, right?
So this one again is a hilarious one, and it's not until the how did Kenny die? Because I was just about to say.
No, how did he die?
Yeah, so it's when they get Cartman onto the stage.
Hold on, let me think. Okay, carry on. Yeah.
Okay, so they try and get Cartman on the stage. Now he's become massive at this stage.
Yeah.
And the stage starts to crack.
Oh, okay.
There's a big, and Mr. Garrison tries to shoot Kathy Lee Gifford. In all of that aftermath, something falls on Kenny and kills him.
The only one that dies.
Yes. In all of that shooting, in the stage collapsing, everything around. And Kenny dies somehow, and only one. Okay,
we're gonna keep an eye on this then. How Kenny dies. On
one of the next episodes we'll talk about at some point. There's a moment where Kenny dies, but it's just so funny. I found it funny. I giggled a lot. But yeah, so episode 2. Yeah, episode 2. Weight gain 4,000. Beefcake. What's your review?
As I say, it's all 4 stars really. Definitively I have to say 4 stars. It's not like as amazing as the first one, because the first one was like the introduction, absolutely astounding. But I think the whole season really is 4-star material. Watch it in the cinema.
Yes,
if you can. Okay. When they re-show it.
Let's make it happen.
Once streaming starts to take over all the cinemas, then you can go.
Yeah, you know what? Because we'll talk about it in the next in MyGuy quick reviews. But I think that's not far off, I imagine.
Ooh, okay. You already get trailers for it, so stuff like that.
Yeah. Brilliant. So on to our next segment, MyGuy quick reviews. So we just do our quick reviews of other things other than our topic idea, things that we've seen, played, or whatever. I've been playing a lot of this game called FIFA 20.
What's that?
For those who don't know, it's a game called football, not soccer
Football.
or soccer, but it's football, and it's a game that comes out every year. So we're up to
European football, not American football. You can't pick up the
why?
ball.
You could play it in any country. That's the whole advantage of playing FIFA.
It's called American football though. That's basically our rugby.
That's handball. But anyway, so this is FIFA 20. Now I haven't completed this yet in terms of completed the season. I'm only a little bit into it, and I've been reading a lot of reviews on Twitter kind of thing. But so I'll give it my review, and then I'll go back to what they would say.
Okay.
So FIFA series as a whole, it's good. It's not great. There's a far superior gameplay footballing game called Pro Evolution Soccer, where the gameplay is better, but the licensing issue is the reason why I play FIFA. So I like to play.
Oh, wow. You just trounced on FIFA like that.
I know. I play FIFA because I like to play in my own time, play a proper league, work my team up through the ranks, that sort of thing. And it does all of that, and that's what it's good for. They've changed bits in career mode, which are all fine. The gameplay is, they always say it gets better. They've improved a new mechanic and stuff, and most of it seems fine. One of the things that I do a lot is the goal celebrations, which I've only just discovered in this one more than I ever have done previously. So it's good. It's a bit of fun.
They do a lot of weird stuff for that. Yeah,
they do, but I love it. Right? So it takes forever to get a goal, and when you finally get a goal, you gotta celebrate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're exactly. It doesn't matter if you're losing 5-0 or 10-0. If you get that one goal, you have to celebrate, right? So,
are there any notable ones?
They're all kind of key to like a lot of players. So Mo Salah's got one. They're like all the kind of like the main footballers who are kind of like Ronaldo's got his signature move. Lionel Messi's got his. I think Aubameyang, they need to do his signature move. I can't remember if he's got one because I haven't played as Arsenal. But yeah, a lot of the key and the biggest superstars have a particular. When they score a goal, they do a little dance or they do something. Last year, they had Paul Pogba doing the dab, stuff like that. So, yeah, so it's in there.
Okay.
Overall experience, where I put it is, it costs a lot of money on day one. But I invest a lot of time in this game, so I feel I get my money's worth. I don't like Ultimate Team as much as other people do, and I don't spend hundreds of pounds on these loot boxes. Which is all part of this game, but it's a whole separate part of this game, which in most years I've never really played that much, and I still don't play much because Ultimate Team basically is you get a pack of cards and then you create your team based on that, just like stickers, and then you can open another pack and you spend real money in the game to buy more packs, or you grind your way through the game and you can then subsequently also own these packs.
Well, there you go. So, you can still own them. It's good. You can still do that. I would be playing the game.
Yeah, but it takes ages. So so for example, if you've got a player and he'll play 10 matches because that's what his contract is, you need to then win a contract or open a pack that has another contract so you can play another 10 games or 20 games for you.
It's quite bad, really. So
that player won't be able to play every single match all the time for you.
Yeah.
You have to pick and choose.
No.
It's all right. I mean,
that's the only reason you're buying FIFA is to get all the teams and the characters, and then they're trying to make you pay for it. That is kind of
But the thing is, Ultimate Team is massive. Like, there's so many people. You're trading players, people buying players. There'll be events on Ultimate Team. So if you get certain ranks that weekend, you will get so many X packs, and there's a good chance you'll get like legendary player, or you'll get the top players and stuff. So yeah, they do keep that interesting. And Ultimate Team, you can play offline, but you can play against people, and that's kind of where the fun of it all is. Personally, I play career mode, which is another mode within the game, and I just kind of go from start to finish. And I'm more than happy to do that because I can play at my own leisure, and I'm not having to buy stuff to enhance my kind of like team. I just literally wait till the end of the season, sold a bunch of players. I can spend that money. It's that kind of thing. But so overall, in terms of ranking, it's if it's on your streaming service, play it. It's not 2 one. Stars. Yeah, it's not one that I'd say go out your way and get it. And then I've been reading loads of stuff on Twitter where they're saying the game mechanics in career mode is really bad and it's quite broken. So anyone who follows football will understand when you start the season, there's in the real Premier League right now, there'll be certain teams at top of the league, certain teams at bottom of the league. People are playing through seasons and they're noticing clubs who would normally be at the top of the Premier League appearing at the bottom. So the game mechanics or some AI in the game is making better quality teams somehow finish really low down in the league.
Sure.
And then there's other parts of the game that people are mentioning that is broken, and it was on the weekend sitting at like 1.8 out of a 10 rating, user rating. So there's a lot of broken issues with the game now. Wow. I haven't got that far, so I haven't experienced all that, and I've given it 2 out of 4.
Considering they release every year, you think that they would work by now.
Exactly, yeah, it's these little things. So my life is now all about FIFA for the next 3-4 months before I get into Borderlands and they release the first DLC. Yes, and the first DLC is available. So that's what I've been up to. My quick review.
Oh, wicked. Well, I've been playing 2 games actually now. I did mention one to you before, but actually 2. So I'll talk about the other one first, and that's I've been playing
Dragon's Quest.
No, not Dragon's Crown. No. There is a PS3 game, and that is House of the Dead Overkill. So it's a great game. Do you have any idea about what House of the Dead is about? And so
I've seen the film.
Okay.
And I remember the arcade machines.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you have a gun. It's point of view, and you're just shooting at things inside the house.
They're called rail shooters. You're basically your character moves around for you, and you just get the screen, and you've got to shoot at the screen, shoot all the zombies or mutants as they're called. And House of Dead Overkill is just amazing on the PlayStation. You can play it with the Move controller, so you can set the camera up, and you can get a gun attachment and actually shoot the screen. So it's just like bringing that arcade home, which is something I always dreamed of. So that's why I love that game. And the other thing I've been playing is Galgun 2, which is the reason it's useful to talk about the other one first is because it is also a rail shooter. Now the whole series, the Galgun series, is imagine a rail shooter if you took it to an anime where you're shooting anime schoolgirls.
Okay,
think
yeah.
But think, how are you going to make that work? You can't be shooting school like.
Zombie-fied them.
Shooting and bloody. No, for this one they have a pheromone gun, and they're trying to get to you, and you have to. They're attracted to you, and they're trying to get to you, and you have to shoot them with a pheromone gun to essentially satisfy them and stop them coming towards you. So it's a very weird premise, but I love it because it's a comedy really, and parody sort of combination of anime. Rail shooter and a romance game with multiple choice dialogue things at the same time. So I haven't played the original which uses the Move because it's only released in Japan on the PS3. I will be playing it soon though, so I'll let you know how that works out. But I've played Double Peace, which was on the PS4 and Vita, which then adds the touchscreen stuff. You know, the Vita you can touch the screen, and on the PS4 you've got the touchpad. It adds some of those elements, so it parodies that as well. And I absolutely love Double Peace. It's a brilliant game.
Cool.
But it can be, to some people's taste, it might not be so good. So it's some of that is down to your own judgment. But Galgun 2 that I'm playing at the moment, I am enjoying it, but I think it was made more to parody sort of the headset, the 3D headset, but it's not properly utilizing it. I haven't got the headset anyway, but I don't think it's using it. But it just seemed, for me, it feels there's like a bit less to it. It's made a bit easier, probably because you're going to have to shoot. You probably wear your trigger finger out shooting, so they've tried to make it so they've added a suction gun as well for dragging up all these mini demons and stuff.
Cool.
The stories generally that there's usually someone from heaven that's come down to empower you to have these powers and such, and there's someone from hell there as well, sort of making trouble for people, and you're stuck in the middle. And at the same time, you've got this sort of romance story that you can go down various paths, which I found really good in Double Peace, but it's a bit weirder in Galgun 2. So I'd give the whole series probably 3 stars. For me, it's more of a 4-star, but I think some people would be 1 or 2. So I'm going to give it a 3-star. And Galgun, for me, it's a 2 or 3 at the moment. I think Double Peace is a bit more fun, so I'd say 2-star for Galgun 2.
Yeah.
What do you think of that sort of premise, though?
I generally like those games in the arcade. So there's a game, Time Crisis.
Yes.
I remember chucking tons of pound coins into that game. It had the blue and the red gun, and you could play 2-player while you're in the arcade. I love that game. Now, if someone said you could take it home and play, I know because Time Crisis was available on the PlayStation. I was never interested in playing it at home. I don't know, even with the Move controller, would I still play it? So it doesn't appeal to me, I think. Maybe if it was on the Wii.
Back then, though.
I would take the console home. I would take the whole arcade home, sorry.
Oh, you want to take the whole arcade home? Okay,
I don't know.
Ultimately, I'd love to have a House of the Dead arcade machine. That'd be brilliant.
I love Time Crisis on an arcade. I don't know why. There's something about it on the arcade. You've got the gun and you click, 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 click. It makes that noise. You then shoot away to refill and then click, click, click. I don't know.
Because you get a gun attack when it makes the clicking sound.
Okay. Maybe I have to try it, but I'm more of I just loved it in the arcade. I don't know if I would ever play it at home.
See, for me, the arcades were always.
Plus, you can't kick a football, can you? And score a goal. I guess.
No, you can't. Yeah.
No, it doesn't have the football element.
You can't. Yeah, they should do a shooter for arcade for soccer. That'd be great. Football.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll try it one time, but I don't know, because I have nostalgia towards those arcades where you're younger, you got a couple of quid given to you, and you'd go to the I would go to the Time Crisis machine, and there would be 2 players, so 2 of us could play at the same time. And that's I guess that's all it is.
I'd go to the House of the Dead one, but I would only ever have £1 at the most, so I would never get very far. So for me, it was about getting it home so I could play it infinitely and actually get somewhere, because I can't get anywhere on £1 as a kid.
Yeah, I found Time Crisis. If I played on my own, I think I just got to the end of stage 1. If I played with someone else, we could get past stage 1 and stage 2, and then
have enough friends.
Yeah, because you got to shoot a lot of stuff on screen, so obviously you can't. I don't think I could do it individually. I needed someone else to help out. Yeah, it was a great game though.
The screen stuff is always tough.
Yeah,
when they throw that
shoot that away.
Knife, that's really hard to hit. Yeah. Cool.
So no, I'll try it one time only. Escape for one song only. Cool. Okay, so is that our quick reviews done?
Yes, I think it is.
On to the next one. So MyGuy quick preview anything or up and coming stuff.
Okay.
So anything that's up on the horizon.
Yeah, PS Plus news, isn't there? So
yes, there is.
PS Plus announced 2 games coming.
Has been
one of them is a game you were saying was basketball or something, I think you were saying, or baseball. I don't feel getting it wrong. It wasn't nothing to do with me.
Yes.
MLB The Show.
It's cricket. It's Master League Cricket.
Cricket, yeah, it's cricket or something. Some American cricket show or something. Some sports thing anyway. And the other thing was The Last of Us Remastered.
Yes.
Which is what I'm looking forward to. Because they've got The Last of Us 2 keeps on being talked about. So they're finally releasing The Last of Us, and I want to play the original. So
yeah, I think it's good timing. Like I think you said previously, I think it's out in early next year. Last of Us 2. So that's a good. Just give everyone the game free now. Yeah. It's got the DLC, and then hopefully people will be enticed to buy the actual game. It's a good thing. They've done that previously with a few films, like you said, Borderlands, Darksiders as well.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
I think God of War they gave recently, but I don't know if another one was coming out then. Okay. So yeah, I think it's a good idea. As for the Master League Baseball,
okay.
I've never had an interest in baseball, but it's free, so I will download and I will
there
have
you
a
go.
go.
You might find it's better than FIFA. I mean,
No,
not better than FIFA. And
never.
also, it's going to have all the official teams, maybe.
I won't even know what to pick. Like, I guess the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I quite like Detroit. I might pick Detroit. See what's going on there.
Yeah, so I might play that because I love cricket, the real game. This one, I'll play Rounders.
I'll set all the GTA locations up against each other.
Yes.
San Francisco versus Vice City, Miami versus New York. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Versus Los Angeles.
Yes, that sounds good. Anything else on our horizon?
Nope. Ad Astra, couldn't be bothered to watch it so far. I've been busy anyway, so yeah, that's on the back burner. I'll probably end up watching it on streaming services one day.
Yes.
But it's in the cinemas with Brad Pitt.
That looks good. Coming soon, Todd Phillips' Joker as well, because that's the whole point of this episode.
And I forgot about that already.
And there's a documentary that's been out a while, which has come onto Netflix, which I'm really looking forward to and I'll start watching. So I'll talk about it in the next episode. Is Surviving R. Kelly. R. Kelly was a massive R&B star. I was well aware of kind of the things he got up to, but it seems really fascinating and kind of I'm really looking forward to hearing the other side of the story.
Hopefully it's not too shitting on him. Hopefully give a balance.
No, it needs to shit on him. That's the whole point. So,
let's see both sides in balance.
So
it kind of puts me off when things are too negative.
No, this has to be 100% negative. No, It's the truth. That's all it is.
Oh, the truth. Okay.
This is all 100% the truth.
I don't know anything about it, so I'm just
he's just an awful man. But yeah, I'll watch it I will fill you in on what the things he's done.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be dark episode.
It will be the dark episode. Yes.
Dark preview, mini review episode.
That's right. So how can they contact us?
They can contact us through Instagram.
Yes.
Through YouTube, through anything really. MyGuy reviews, MyGuy underscore reviews. Yeah, yes. Of course. The game I was just talking about as well, Galga and Double Peace, I did review a couple years ago on our YouTube channel, so that's still there if you want to look that up. So,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything for this week. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, tell a friend, give us 5-star ratings.
If you'd like.
And then, no, you have to. That's the whole point.
Yeah, definitely. And tell us what you want to see in future.
Yeah, give us some more episode ideas. That'd be great.
How much you disagree with
all your who played it better. Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.